Oh yeah, what do you think that is? The next season? If I had to guess, it's gonna be season 7, which is gonna have like a whole bunch of new, like it's not just gonna be like 3. No, that's what I was gonna say. I bet you they're gonna announce a day. Well, you knew Nintendo Switch was coming, right? Like that was announced, but that got pushed back. Xbox was never even announced. Because of the, well, PlayStation had an exclusivity agreement. But now that that's over, my guess is that they're gonna announce Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and a new season, and that the new season is gonna be like the biggest one. I mean, think about it. Like, convenient timing that they want this new announcement. Like, they just ported it to a new launcher. Like, I wonder why. Did they ever state a reason for that? I mean, my guess has to do something to do with. I just bought it. It's gotta have something to do with this upcoming update, right? I love this look. I love this look that we got going on here. I see you putting on tall chum. A vlog guy with pants. They go perfectly though. Don't they? They work. I'm rocking those jeans, dude. Oh, I look incredible. Alright, let's do this golden goal thing. Like I said, I'm just gonna write my thing in between games. So, I know he does all his checking on Sunday morning. That's why I need to do this one tonight in particular. The other ones I'll wait till Monday. He does all his work Sunday mornings, so that's why it's important to do this tonight. So when he looks at it at like 4 a.m., it's done. And he won't even realize that I didn't turn it in Thursday. Alright, I think we just gotta stay on defense, D. Let's let them do the scoring. We need to win 15 games in a row. Think about that. Oh yeah, wait, no. So 10 in a row, even better. Alright, we're going straight back. So the people with the things, they're on our team. So they're gonna be the ones if we win that we're playing with. I mean, do we have an advantage because our heads are huge? Does that give us like a statistical advantage? Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so we just gotta score 10 times. All right, well, exit. That's what I mean. We just gotta get. That's why we just gotta stay on defense. As long as we play lockdown, they'll score eventually. All right. Let me know when we're going into the next one. Like when it's about to start. A video of Squidward dancing. Oh, this Roddy Ricch verse on Cooped Up just doesn't go. I gotta pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay. Let me know if I need to go out in it again. Alright. Well, I have to get up to do that. Let me move the controller over here. I'm the controller. I am the controller. Can you imagine like Tyler Joseph covering that? I am the controller. Oh, yeah, thanks for letting me know when we start. Someone made me look when you said let's see. That's fine. And of course one of them's like on our team. Nice! I just watched our teammate hit that end. I'm not even joking. I just watched him. Oh, this will go good. I can already tell. Maybe me and you both go on offense. Try to score quick. So you are gonna let me know when this starts, right? Okay. Alright, we're on offense. It's 1v5 right here and I'm winning. Got him. Nice. Oh. Nice. I know when we go to get one in. Like there, right there, I did it. Yep. I'm going. Oh. Both of our teammates are the only two on our team that are AFK. Do you see this? Our teammates are the two that are completely AFK. Like, our actual teammates. At least we're applying offensive pressure this time. Oh, that was a good shot. Oh, hold up. Yup, we're in. Alright, can our team come back? Otherwise it's a 2v4. What do we do if it is? Maybe you want to go back on D and I'll try to go offense? Yeah, I mean, one of us has got to go up, one of us has got to go back, so. Alright, let's hope they're here. Nope. Oh, great. Well, that's what happens. Like, that's not our fault. That's why I wish we had 4. I took a break on doing it on this one. Not everyone's here, but everyone on our team is. gotta dunk him. I'm going up. Come on! Here we go. Push it. Get in. Woo! Go in. Oh, I almost pushed that in. Come on! Jesus. We didn't even win one yet. Alright, that's right. For the good, Ken. It's crazy how you're on my mind. It's crazy how you're on my mind. Go your poison, 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 poison. For the good, Ken. It's crazy how you're on my mind. Kinda crazy how you're on my mind. I love the transition to the rap. Oh wow, when you meant we're going in, I thought you meant like loading. The entire team is on this one ball. Someone score the other one. Done. That girl is poison, poison, cyanide. Nice. Oh, the balls are gonna get each other's way. I knew it. Hold up. Oh! Nice. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Perfect. I almost feel like the first game's harder to win. More defenders. It's harder to catch them off guard. Because of stuff like that. This one ball's been in the same spot for 10 minutes. Uh-oh. I'm not liking this. Oh, it's by a wall. Go, run it. Someone's gotta set it up, no one's there. Really let me do this, huh? That's really bad. Perfect? Like that? God. starting to wonder if that's the move. Melon and the coconut? Is that what I'm listening to? Duos. Are we starting? Alright. We're gonna try this, see how we do. No. Huh. I'm looking for the satellite too while I'm running. I don't know if it's on only a specific one or all of them. I have no clue. That's the other thing, like, they've never done such a extensive build up to a season before. That's why I think if it's a new season, like, it's gonna be a big one. It's not just gonna be a couple new levels. Especially since I feel like this season in particular did not have as nearly as much as the other ones. Like, I don't think so. That wasn't a new level. And also, I feel like the theming on this one was pretty... But like, the theming on this, it feels like they just took the season 1 map and everything and just changed the sky, added a couple things. Like, they, unlike the other ones where they're like jungle themed or whatever. I don't know, it feels like they definitely were holding back this season. Hopefully, party celebration or something. It's a level. It's like party celebration. Kind of a weak season. Theming wise. It seems like they're gonna go to space. Cause they... I guess that one was futuristic, where now they're going to like space. I think they're going to start with an announcement for Xbox and Switch. Like, how do those streams usually go? I don't think I've ever watched one of the announcement streams. Are they short? Well, is it a stream or just like a video premiere? Why can I almost, a small part of me, see them doing a complete level pool wipe? Get rid of a lot of them and start with like a lot of new ones. Almost like a season 1 worth of new ones, like 15 new ones, and scrap a lot of the older ones that are not as popular. Who knows? Because really, they could just take like 2 or 3 from each season and scrap the rest, or not scrap them, but put them in what almost like what Destiny did. Like put them in like a content vault where you can bring them back whenever you want at your leisure. But because I mean, think about it. If they had like another 15 levels, it just makes all the other levels rarer. You know what I mean? So by taking some out, I don't know. I definitely see levels getting removed. And I'm sure they'll bring them all back at some point, and they'll probably have limited time shows with all the old ones. But like, yeah, and even in like the main show pool, swap them out here and again with different ones. But I just don't see, like, they just can't keep adding new levels and never get rid of any. Minus like the 1 or 2 they've gotten rid of over the course of the time, like quarters. I don't know, that's my thinking. That's my prediction. Xbox, Switch, and then a big new season with like I mean, that is kind of what like Fortnite did and stuff, and even Warzone, like new map, you know what I mean? Gotta start over. At some point I see them doing something like that. I wonder if they're gonna do like, we're going to like a new planet or something. Pull like the 100. Yeah. That show still pisses me off, the fact that they killed Bellamy for no reason. She didn't even take the Notebook. I want to rewatch that and The Last Ship again. That was a good show. Oh. Yeah, I hate that the shows do that now. Mid-season finales. But like, so how does that work? So like shows have like a small break in the middle of the season? Is there like a reason for that? Right, but like why the break? I mean, there's got to be an actual reason, like marketing-wise, right? I mean, obviously they don't do stuff like that for no reason. Well, if you do something big in a mid-season and then you wait, it gives a lot of time for hype and speculation. This season of what? Oh, is that like a related show at all? You see, I know nothing about it, but that sounds like something that would generate a lot of hype. Deanna, you gotta finish here. Take your time. Don't jump yet. Little running jump. Deanna! I'm not gonna get it if you can't finish. Cause I'm an artist to upload you right now. Did the 100 do mid-season finales? I don't feel like I remember that. And this is the last season. Bill watches the show? Was he? Did he think the same thing? Is that the show with the meth? Because of the meth? What's it even about? All I know is the meth. I mean, there's gotta be a little more to it than that. Like... Right. So he's making meth. So a science teacher who cooks meth for money. Well, his brother tries to stop meth dealers. You looking at this one person? Okay. How many seasons has it? Is it over? Huh. That makes me want to watch the first season of The Walking Dead too, because I hear that's good and that's 6 episodes. Well, I can imagine. I mean, how much can you do? Well, at least the 100 like tried to. Well, like the 100 tried to keep it interesting. Like it wasn't. Yeah. They found a cryopod. And put him in a cryo fridge. The only stupid part about that show was Bellamy dying like that. I mean, obviously, a main character is probably gonna die at the end or something, but. I mean, I love the irony of Clark killing Bellamy. I do love that. I respect that. But, like that, yeah, that was the problem. If she took the notebook, it would have made a difference. Well, then it at least would have been like, she did it for a reason. But she left this book, which made it pointless. But I don't know. I do like that irony, though, of her killing him. They didn't like each other, then they did, they became best friends, whatever, and then she kills him. But, I mean, it is sad. It is sad, though. Pointless. They went through all that, and he doesn't even get to transcend at the end. He just dies. Oh my, what was my favorite season of that show? Mount Weather was a good season, but I don't remember everything. What was 3? I don't even remember what 3 was. Wait, so it's the season 1 was them going out on the ground. 2 was Mount Weather. 3 was with this promise of the City of Light. Well, that's how it started, right? Didn't it start with the end with what's his name? The bad one who was also good, Murphy, finding the lighthouse and getting trapped in for 40 days or whatever it was. But then it went away for a while, because then what was Pike again? I don't even remember. I remember who he was, but like, what did he do? Wait, I don't remember that at all. That was them coming out of the bunker, and then that was when the people came down from space. The prisoner ship, right. And then 6 is when they went to Sanctum. I don't remember, that's the one I don't remember, like, anything about. Because all I remember of that season was what happened in season 7. What was season 6 about at all? Right, the mind drives. Now I remember. Russell. And then 7 was when they I don't know, one of my favorite, I don't even remember her name, was it Lola? I liked her character. Who was who's the girl, the little girl that became friends with at the end of season 4 with Clark? What was her name? Is that the little girl? Maddie. Yes. Yeah, well, she was introduced at the end of season 4. She was in the last scene. When it was just Clark left, because she got left or whatever. Which I don't remember why that happened at all. I don't even remember. Oh, so they could go to space. But then how didn't she die? That's what I don't remember. How did she not die? So she got saved from giant fire? Or the radiation or whatever? Right. Oh, she was born in Nightblood, but then... See, like, it's all... Yeah, oof. If you weren't, like, actively watching it, thinking back, it's like, wow, that was a lot. No, but I liked Maddie's character, and, like, how she played a role with the whole Nightblood thing, and then, like, a daughter to Clark, but also not. It was weird. She was a good character. And then the last ship. I don't remember what those seasons are about either. At least not all of them. 2, the submarine. The Immunes. The Immunes who did not like... Wait, no, well then 3 was when Chandler becomes like a secretary or something. Like, he's not on the boat. No, well, he wasn't on the boat in a lot of seasons. There was a lot of times he left that boat. No, he was like, remember, it was with China, where they were trying to spread the cure to China, but they weren't doing it. I remember how that season started because I read up on it. It was the one that started, I know that sounds so nerdy. It started with the nightclub shooting. Because the night it was gonna air, or like the night, it was like the night before or whatever, was the actual Orlando nightclub shooting. Remember that? Well, you remember it starting with the nightclub shooting? And so they that was like the day before it was gonna air, so they ended up having to like delay it or something. Wow. I think that was the last one out. And then 4 was the seed, and 5 would have been like way later when they got their fleet back, but then like the night, I just remember it was the Pearl Harbor type attack. I don't remember what actually happened in that season though. I just remember the biggest, like the big like whoa moment was when Chandler, it was like right towards the end too, when Chandler walked into like the terrorist bunker or whatever and found the schematics of their headquarters with like all the X's, and that's when he knew he was like crap, and then it panned over to them like getting attacked, and then killing. Yeah, I remember that was the biggest point of that season when I was like, whoa, that was good. Those are like the only two shows I've actually watched. No, I would like to watch the first season of The Walking Dead. Someone keeps telling me to watch the first season of Prison Break. Yeah, and then I would actually like to watch the first season of Breaking Bad. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I want to watch the first season of Breaking Bad too, because I do hear a lot about it. You know, and I've heard it's good. I didn't even know that was a prequel, but I'd like to watch one season of it just to get an idea of what I'm working with. We were going to revolve our senior prank around Breaking Bad. They wanted to bring an RV in and, like, start handing out, like, rock candy as meth. And they wanted, like, people in hazmat suits walking in and out, and then hire, you know, like, buy, like, security outfits and have people walking as, like, security. Like, keep out, and then the people in the hazmat suits handing out rock candy. Yeah. Well, the second they heard handing out rock candy, that was the stop by the one guy in administration who works with us. Oh yeah, that's I think they probably would have done, but that just doesn't look good. But what we actually ended up doing did not look much better. We set up across the street, so it's technically not on school property, even though it is. They set up a whole bunch of tables with cups, like they're, you know, like beer pong. And they literally went and bought non-alcoholic beer that looks identical, and was, you know, and we all had them, and they were playing pong and everything. And people were just trying to act drunk. It looked pretty funny. Well, I mean, people were driving by, and it looks like we had, you know, like actual alcohol. But, yeah, you should have saw the administration when they drove in and saw us carrying those. They ran over so fast. But the thing is, you won't even believe this. You have to Google it, but like, I'm not lying to you. Non-alcoholic beer isn't non-alcoholic. Like, you need to be 18 to buy it. Because it's actually like 0.005% alcohol or something. It's crazy, but like, I don't get the point of that. Because like, you do actually need to be 18 to buy it. Not 21, 18. It's really weird. But, let me tell you, we actually weren't even really drinking it. We were like pouring it out on the side because it tasted awful. I mean, disgusting. Like, rancid. No, don't. It's rancid. Yes, but that is not good. No. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, it doesn't get any better. It doesn't get yeah, it gets better. Right. Yeah, but it just tastes like like sparkling water and hops. Purely. It was disgusting. Not good. So we ended up just kind of pouring it out like we weren't. But it was funny. Like they got nervous. They got really nervous. But I mean, at least that looks a little better than meth. There were some other ideas that I would have loved to see. Like what the one idea that they were really considering, but the problem was money. It's hard to get a lot of people to fork up money.
But what they wanted to do was buy morph bodysuits. You know, like those bodysuits? Neon ones. Half like green, half purple. Almost like the remember the GTA thing? I'm sure you heard about that. Did you hear about that? Like the green versus purple GTA aliens? It was like a big thing in GTA Online. Like you either were on green team or purple team and you like harass each other. But they wanted half to be green, half to be purple. And we're all gonna sneak into the woods behind the school on opposite sides. And then at a designated time, come running out, like sprinting at each other with pool noodles and beat the crap out of each other. like looking, yeah, like looking out the window and you'll see a full-fledged war. Yeah. And then they wanted to go in the school with the pool noodles and start hitting each other, like bust into classrooms, like beating each other with pool noodles. And they start hitting the teachers. Like it would have been funny, but the problem was the money. Like those bodysuits are like $50 each, and you're not getting the whole class to fork that up. Right. But would I pay to see that? Like that would have been great. Can you imagine that? Like a full-fledged war on the back? But man, I would have loved to see the meth lab. Cause I think someone has an RV too. But, I mean, hazmat suits ain't cheap. And then, you know, you got all that with, you know, you can't, like, I don't know, it is tricky. Shame on you! Top 8, huh? I wanna see if I can get on this fan. How are people? Oh my god. I'm way back here. This is not good. Please put us 8. By how many? I really love you. So I want to watch first season of The Walking Dead, first season of Breaking Bad, and first season of what was the third one? Prison Break. How long are the episodes though to The Walking Dead? That's not bad. Well, I assumed that, for 6 episodes, it would be a lot longer than that. They'd be like 2-hour episodes. So like an hour 20. Well, which one was the first episode of The Walking Dead? Obviously, don't be very specific here, but is it like Herschel's farm or whatever? Yeah, I know that was early. I just don't know what season. Was that season 2? Then what was the even premise of season 1? Like, I don't even know. Does that show like start with the zombies already there, or okay? Does it start in the hospital? Okay. You know why I know that? From that Escapist The Walking Dead game. Like, it starts with somebody in the hospital, that's why. I don't know anything else other than that, so don't spoil it. Okay, but it starts at the hospital. Okay, that makes sense. See, my thought is if it's 6 episodes and only 6 episodes, it's gotta move pretty quick. Like, there can't be a lot of lingering. Which I'm all for that, you know what I mean? Everyone's down here. Slower, a little bit slower. It's a 1v1. It's a 1v1, but he's got literally miles more room than you. Although he just gave himself way less. He gave himself... You have way more! You have more room than him! Take your time. Take your time. Like, I don't have a rush. He's probably got 15 seconds. Dead. Let's go! I think I was first to die. I got knocked off the side, but I didn't say it. Good job. Give me a second. I have like 2 sentences. I'm just gonna finish. Alright, perfect. Done. Maybe I'll watch the first episode of The Walking Dead tonight. This is only 6. I mean, don't say it. I just know like a little bit here and there. I know there's like, it starts in the hospital. I don't know what happens from there. I just know that's where it starts. That there's a Herschel's farm. I feel like at some point they take refuge in a prison. Which actually is really incredibly smart when you think about it. Like, it's designed to keep things out. Oh, really keep things in, but also out. And then, what else do I know? I feel like there was one more, but those are like the main 3. I feel like that season's 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I'm just looking at episode lengths. This is what I don't like. Episode 1 is, season 1 is 6. Perfect. Love that. Season 2 is 13. Alright. 16. Then I was gonna go 16. Then I got to 10. And 11 is 24. Really? 11, the last one. That's what it says. I can look. I also did watch the first episode of Stranger Things. Season 4. The J. Joseph album? Well, you listen to the album first, and then you're gonna tell me how you like it. And then you can start that. The problem with it, for me, was that the episodes were long. Like, they were, the second episode's over an hour. And like, I don't have time to sit down for over an hour. Right. Oh, I see. The final season's called the Final Season Trilogy. Premiered on August 22nd, 2021 on AMC, and is set to contain 24 episodes that'll be split into 3 8-episode airing blocks. 8. Well, you said there were 16, right? Well, sounds like it's being released in blocks. But if that's the case, then they may just be on 16 out of 24. Wow, I hate this game. You gotta qualify fast. Go. Yeah. Hey, I mean, you have to risk it. You gotta not only qualify, you gotta qualify quick. To be able to have enough points to beat out some of these teams where both qualify late. You can jump over those, but keep going. Is everyone out here failing to? Because they're on like an incline. That's weird. That always happens to me. He's definitely one of the first. I almost wanted to say maybe you should be that person, but you'll qualify second. That's great. Dive. Which means 12 people from 12 different teams would have to qualify in order to knock us down. But yeah, no, we should be good. We'll be fine. I think there's only like 5 people left. We actually might not even get any eliminations. Yeah. Not enough people qualified. I really love you. Did we ever solve how the 100 books? I'm looking on Wikipedia. I'm figuring it out. I gotta know. You did. Yeah, it ends with the discoverer far not too far on the heart, bringing them to the realization that they are not alone. That's how the first book ends. Yeah, In 40 minutes. Well, I also... I can imagine that people who like read the book were like, okay, you know, this will be interesting. It's gonna be turned into a film. Love to see how it looks. And then they watch the first episode and they're like, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's what I just read. So what about the other like 9 episodes? What happens there? And then day 21. 21 days after they land on Earth, the hunter continue to face recurring attacks from an unknown enemy. Didn't Raven not exist? Alright, so in the second book, in space, a people colony fight to get their drop ships as the space station's life support begins to fail. Clark and Wells is friends because Wells is Bellamy. Chaucer leads Clark and Bellamy to a colony beneath the ruins of Mount Weather emergency operations. Okay, I'll keep reading after. So Mount Weather does exist, which is interesting. I remember it was so weird, like, at the end of season 5 when they're like, end book 1. Like, no way all that was in one book. Yeah. There was a reason they said that though. I forget what it was. I know it's gonna be us. I know it's gonna be us. They're all dead. But I'm here. I got held. Anyway, hold on. Well, let me keep reading this. This is the second book. There, they meet her father, Max, who is the leader of the colony. Octavia is at Mount Weather, having been rescued by Max and his people from a group of renegades. These renegades are responsible for the attacks on the 100. Max and his people promise that they'll continue helping the 100, and they'll provide further support once the rest of the colony arrives. At this point, they find dropships from the colony falling from the sky. Wells eventually realizes that there is something familiar about Bellamy and Octavia, ultimately discovers that her mother, their mother was Melinda Blake, the woman his father had loved before marrying Wells' mother for the sake of his career. This discovery leads Wells and Bellamy to realize that they're paternal half-brothers. Okay. The 100 Homecoming. After the dropships crash, Clark, Bellamy, and Wells lead a rescue party to the crash site. Sasha's help, Clark and Wells escape their wounded Bellamy. Flee the camp to escape Vice Chancellor Rhodes. Rhodes plans to attack Mount Weather to recapture Bellamy, Clark, and Wells. Mount Weather prepares for Rhodes' attack. Some of the colonists revolt and join the benefactors against Rhodes. Clark and Bellamy and Wells are captured during the initial exchange, but another faction of the Earthborns defeat and capture Rhodes before we can execute Bellamy. Let's see. Mount Weather. So it seems like Mount Weather was a thing, like an actual thing, like a conflict. The fourth book has to do with these protectors who like abduct them, which this seems like Mount Weather, like where they get like actual Mount Weather from the thing. Eventually rescuing prisoners able to take the protectors down as a team effort. In their aftermath, Clark and Bellamy make up with their parents' blessing and asked her to marry him. Is that why the Clark Bellamy ship was a big thing? Because they were shipped, like they got married in the books. That makes sense. And then she kills him. So, everything after season 2 just didn't happen at all. Now let me look. End of season 5, the 100. Actually, no, I'll just Google the 100 end book 1 and see what comes up. Alright, first thing that came up. So there was an interview after season 5 with the guy. He's like, I get why that'd be confusing. The television executive continued, I don't really consider the books at all when we're writing the show. Yeah, no crap. We figured that out pretty quick after. In fact, they're a totally different thing. Partially because when I started, there was no book finished. It was for the most part a proposal for a book, and the synopsis of where it was going to go. I created the pilot parallel to Cass Morgan writing the book, and that's why they're so different. We've been following our own roadmap from the beginning, so in my mind, the end of Book 1 means the first 5 seasons were Book 1 of the encyclopedia of the 100 Adventures, and Book 2 begins as they sit on this new planet next year. I don't know why he would... The encyclopedia. No, because it really was like, wait, what? That was a good show. When I started watching that, season 7 was airing, right? No. Because I watched like 3 seasons and then stopped for a while. No, because I watched like 3 seasons, then I stopped for a while. Because I think it was like when my midterms were coming. And then I stopped, and then I just, you know, never got back into it. And then I was like, I gotta go back to this. So then I debated if I should watch it from the beginning or pick up from where I left off. And I debated I just like, I'll just pick them up, you know. Which was partially a mistake because it was like, that was like when the show really started to get. Yeah, it was. It was the direct continuation. I think I may have watched the last episode of season 3 again. So I'm like, well, cause you warned me, like it picks up right from where I left off. I'm like, I have no clue where I left off. So I had to watch the end again. So I'm like, all right, I kind of remember. But that was when the show really started to like take that weird turn. So it's like, okay. Oh boy. Oh, we're not qualified. Oh wow, maybe actually. I'm tripping. No, because I'm quickly reading these synopsises real quick of each season. They're like 5 sentences, so that's really briefing it down. But I remember, so the people go back to the Ark at the end of season 4, which never made sense to me because the whole reason they left the Ark was because it was becoming uninhabitable. So that makes no sense, but okay. I mean, I'm sure at some point they gave a reason of why that would work, but I don't remember what it is. Have you ever like watched like a big show where it ended with "It's just a dream"? You haven't watched a show like that? Well, you see, the nice part for me is that of the 2 shows that I have like watched, they've been really 100% done. Like, The Last Ship was done when I started it. So I don't have to wait between seasons. Because then, I can understand why it'd be easy to not finish it. But when I know the next season's just ready for me, you know what I mean? Yeah. Huh. Wow, we need 30 as a team. That's how the last one thing was too. We needed 30 as a team rather than 15 each. I just got the golden one. I got it like first try going over there. That's kind of sad though with the 100. Like, guys, you guys really destroyed the entire world. 3 times. Well, the first one wasn't their fault. Neither was the second one. Third one was though. How are you supposed to get that gold one up there? There's a golden one. Oh, I missed it. Although we should probably just qualify. We're that close. Let's go try to get other things. I'll try to get it. Since I had a little more success last time. You just gotta jump on the hammer. Good. Did you ever watch the movie Psycho? We had to watch that for like film analysis. Darn it, I wanted to actually have a discussion about that movie. Yeah. So was that movie before or after that? I know. That's what I meant. How many seasons? Me too. I'm with you. This will, for me. Just jumped off like an idiot. You can get up there. I'm gonna qualify first. So how are they linked then? The movie and the... See, but you say it's a prequel. That's how my teacher described it. It's a prequel to the movie. Which, okay, sure. But you said the movie was made after. So when the movie... They said the movie came after. Oh, I thought that you said okay. I thought you meant the. He also worded it like the series was made first, and this just featured the series. I mean, that movie did some really cool things, though, in terms of directing. I mean, what do you know about it? Yes, there is the iconic shower scene. And that's the reason the movie's in black and white. Because back then the movie laws were super strict, and it would have been way too much blood. So by black and white, you could dodge that. But that scene's like huge. Do you know where that, well, like in terms of like a lot of things, like do you know where that scene is in the movie? Well, do you know who she is? The girl. Like what character she is. Like what role she plays? Nice. Uh-huh. Well, clearly, considering I'm still here. Like, do you know who she is at all? Like what her character's role is in the movie? You don't remember. Oh, then I should probably shut my mouth. I don't want to spoil the movie, unless you don't care. But... well, she's the main character. And and that scene is about halfway in the movie. So, she dies halfway in the movie. So, it's weird, because I feel like, obviously, usually the main character dies at the end. Not halfway in. So, you have the main character switch to, what's his name? The Bates kid. I don't know, I feel like that was like one of the first movies, really, that features, like, a big main character, like 1960 something. 1970s, maybe? But, like, I feel like it's one of the first ones to feature, like, an actual, like, main character switch like that. Now, is the mother in that? Okay, because she's not in the movie. Well, kind of. But you know, like, that was like the one good thing we did in that lit class at the end, was that film analysis. Because he really, you know, he did a good job, you know, so the girl dies and then he goes in and he cleans up the murder. And he's like, you know, describe the way that he did that. Because it was a long scene, it was like an 8-minute scene of him cleaning up this murder scene. There's like no talking. He's just cleaning up the dead body and everything. And he's like, describe the way that it was, and like, it was very, what's the word? Like, he was very attentive to detail. And, you know, it was done like that, and he was like, you know, describe, like, the way, you know, you're supposed to feel, like, when he almost gets caught with the car driving by, like, the way that you almost switch to his side, like, you don't want him to get caught. And, like, the way that they do that, like, it was actually really interesting. And the way that movies pull that off. Right, like, you don't want him to get caught, and like how they pull that off, and effects like that, and like the different details. It was something. It was actually interesting. Yeah. Norman Bates. It's 120. Now here's the real test. I have 17 crowns and 40,835 kudos. I'm gonna launch the old application. We're gonna see if that updates. I've been Yup, it updated. Except, I have 18 crowns instead of 17. The crowns are wrong, but the kudos are right. Abena. Then I launched the new one again. Oh, and it's 18. But did I said 17 though, right? Oh, now I gotta launch the old one to see if it's at 19. Just to see. Can you imagine? I'll do this all night. I have like 200 crowns. Can you imagine this says 19? No, it doesn't. I got excited though. Don't you dare, you know. Do I want to watch an episode of The Walking Dead? I wonder. No, I'm just reading the synopsis for some of these episodes in Bates Motel. You said you stopped season 4, episode 7? Interesting place to stop. Well, I'm just reading what happens in the next 3 episodes, the last 3 of the season. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, this is one weird show, dog. That's all I gotta say. Like, it's weird at the end of that season. Oh. You should read the synopsis if you're ever gonna watch it. It is kind of weird though, because if you ever saw the movie Psycho, I mean, you kind of know what's going to happen. I have to think about a prequel, like, you know what's going to happen at the end of it. Are they ever going to do that 100 prequel? That would have been cool. I remember the pilot for that. That also was in the season. It worked. Was that in season 7? How did that work? But like, what even happened in that pilot? I don't remember. Oh, wasn't it like start with like the warning of the first nuclear apocalypse where the guy goes in the bunker and discovers the anomaly? Whatever, yeah. Right, like the good version. Right. See, like, that's the cool part about prequels, though, like what you said with Breaking Bad, where, like, at the end of the prequel, they could probably bring in some of the main show characters as, like, special guests. Well, it gets hype. Especially if you just say they're coming, and you don't say when. Then it's just like when they show up, it's just... Hush. Well, if one's alive or something before the other, then yes. Oh, like he just shows up way before? Oh. Oh. That makes sense. Yeah. Don't, just because if I really like the first season, then I'm watching. Like, I only intended to watch first season 100 to see. And then I was like, okay, that's actually really good, and I like the way that it ended, so then I went at the second. You know what I mean? Like, if it's really good and I really like it, well, the one show that I'll probably only watch, well, maybe I'll watch more than one season, but I won't watch the whole thing, is The Walking Dead. Yeah, no. I'll watch the first season because it's 6 episodes, and it's like such an iconic show. I'm curious to know how it ends, but the thing is, you probably can't even watch the ending without watching, you know what I mean? At least that season, but you'll still be confused. Like, can you imagine watching, like, the first season 100 and then come back, like, I just wonder how that show ended. You watch the last one, and you're like, what? Oh, if he did that for the 100, I have to watch it. Oh, I gotta watch that. That definitely tells you, like, if a show gets weird. Or stays, like, somewhat normal. What was the other one? Yeah, but like, I mean, I can find it, yes, if I just... The 100 first and last. I'll watch that. It's obviously more entertaining if you actually watch the show, I'm sure. Because then you know. But, I'll watch at least the first season. Because I feel like Walking Dead is one of those, like, incredibly iconic shows. So I feel like I'm watching at least the first season, so... You at least know a little bit. And then it's only 6 episodes, so I can get through it fast. It's only 4 hours. How big's the last one? That's not that bad. The thing that I don't like about shows sometimes, and this isn't even for any particular, like, when you know a season could be like 8 episodes, but they stretch it to 16 for no reason. Yeah, like, I don't know, I just hate, like, it goes both ways. When there's, like, you're like, oh, we can fit this in 8 episodes, but let's do 16. Then there's so much of that filler time. And I don't like that. That's boring, that makes you want to stop. So that's why when I heard The Walking Dead was 6, I'm like, okay, well, there's not going to be filler time. You know, I'm sure you'll have a couple slow scenes and stuff, but there's not, like, just... Where you're like... Yeah, when you watch an episode and you're like, that did not have to happen at all. Like, that was completely pointless. I feel like the 100 had that a little bit. Well, not 100%, but there were those episodes where, like, you knew it was either going to progress the story or not. And you could tell if the intro sequence showed something from a previous season. When that happened in the middle of the season, you're like, okay, this is going to be a big one. Where if it just picks up from where I left off, it's like, okay, well, this probably won't do much. Especially, like, if you are watching it live and it shows something from a previous season that you need to know, then you're like, oh, right. But that's good in a sense that, like, when I saw that, I'm like, there were a couple times I was, like, you know, like, watching it while I was working at CBA. And then I saw that and I was like, wait, I'm watching this episode at home, like, because, like, you know something good's gonna happen. Where those, like, filler episodes I can watch and also kind of work, you know. Because, I mean, you know, why not? The 100 had it. The last ship, did that have a lot of filler? I don't think that had that much filler. Yeah, like that one really weird episode in the last season, like Anaconda, I think it was called, where it was just like well, no, because they were in like one place for most of the episode, and it was just where it put shots of Chandler. It was like what he was thinking. Wasn't that a pilot for something else? No, I said Anaconda, but that was the name of the pilot for the 100. But let me see, the last ship episodes. I want to watch this show again, too. I'm bad.
What was it called? Warriors? What was it? Do you remember? If I do the episode names, would you maybe know? Yeah. Oh, right into the next. I just remember, I feel like it was Chandler was in like a place, and it was like him like thinking the entire episode of all these different things, and then at the very end they like break out of the place and it was like a whole shooting scene, and it was like, okay, this is like back to the show, but like 80% of the episode was like that weird, like that scene. It was cool. I remember I didn't hate it. I thought it was cool. It just felt like filler. You know, but that, whatever. Yeah, but the first couple seasons of The Last Ship I don't feel like had that. I don't know. I just hate filler. I gotta start something. I do want to start Prison Break too. Tom is on my case about that. Well, that is a commitment I could never make. Oh, I mean, I get it. At this point, like, you're in. Alright, well, now I'm officially not starting Prison Break. 22 episodes! That's a massive commitment. I don't want to... Right. See, but then part of me is like, I almost want to watch part of The Last Ship again. But that's like my problem. Like, I go to watch a show and I watch the same two because I'm like, what I did. But I feel like I watched it quick, and you were like, oh, I'm done. Like, I felt like I watched it fast. Do you think I like Breaking Bad, though? From the other two. Well, that's the thing. I like intense shows. Then that's the thing. Like, I like intense, but I also do like comedic. I feel like the most different one from all of them is The Walking Dead because it's so. It's like a horror show, real basically, but like with narrative. Not like a full-on horror show, but like a quote-unquote scary atmosphere, right? And again, I liked the first episode of Stranger Things, but the episodes were too long. And I don't know what it is about me just having to sit down for an hour and watch a show. It almost feels like a chore to me. Especially when it's a show that I'm not into already. That's that long. Yeah. Right. Like, if it was an hour, like, far into it, when I'm already invested, then it's fine. But it's like, it feels like a chore, almost. Like, oh, I gotta learn all these people. And I remember specifically the first episode introduced a lot of people. And I was like, there was like 20 people, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't remember who these people are. I feel like I had to watch the first episode 6 times just to get all the names down. Like, I don't know. I'll get around to it, but... Yeah, I mean,
like my mom with Lifetime movies. And that's even worse. For the good kind. It's crazy how you're my mind. That's a song from that album, by the way, that keeps coming back to my head more than any other song. Like, that's like the catchiest one. It's a good song. But the good kind. Dua Lipa. Well, Dua Lipa, definitely. Yes. Right. I like First Class as a single. Well, in terms of single, like, I don't know what the word is, but when you release a single, it's a lot more than just a single, like it goes with song. It was a big thing on TikTok, which was smart. But First Class is so heavy on a sample. Well, especially when in the O, R, O, U, like that's gotta drag up there on stage like that. I could put you in. I could put you in. See, the verses are fine, because they're him, but yeah, I know, it's so heavy on a sample. But it worked for what he wanted it to do, right? Obviously, trying to build hype around an album. So for TikTok, it worked. And I see that's why he did it. Now, Nail Tech as a single, I like the song. As a single, I kind of disagree with the choice. Yeah, oh yeah. But as a single choice, as a lead single choice, felt like a weird choice. I feel like there were other options. Although to me, that album didn't have as many clear, like, pick-me single songs. Like, that one I could see as a single, but like Poison, for example, yeah, it's a great song, but that just is not a single. And then I don't know. I feel like some albums have like very clear single songs. Like 12 Pilots have clear single songs. Like, I feel like out of the 3 main singles for Scale, then I will 4. I feel like if you told me to pick 4 songs randomly, like not knowing what the singles were, I could get 3 out of 4 of them. Because I'd probably guess Shy Away, Saturday, The Outside, and Never Take It. I wouldn't guess Choker. But the other 3, I would. I feel like I would probably guess. They feel like single songs. And so does Never Take It, honestly. And I feel like that was definitely a planned single, but they scrapped that idea. And they switched it to The Outside. Because remember that, like, thing on their website had those 4 checked? Like plugged in? And I feel like it was gonna be Never Take It, and they scrapped it because of the quote-unquote kind of controversy around the song. And Tyler did say that he has to adapt the story, kind of, to what's happening. with the different stuff. So maybe the story was planned to go somewhere else, and then they had to adapt it to the outside because of the Switch. I mean, you'll never know that for sure, but I do feel like Never Take It was a single song originally. But I get the backlash on the song in the sense that the lyrics are very vague in what he's talking about. And in context of that whole cancel situation, and then the vaccine saying I'll never take it, they're trying hard to weaponize you and I, with really no... Like, I get it in terms of the narrative, kind of, but without that, you know... I feel like Trench kind of had similar messaging in a sense, but it was very... Because they used the words Dima and East is Up and stuff, so it was very clear what they were talking about. Or here, since all that was gone, it's very vague. And anyone could listen to it and be like, you know, this is a big, you know, stance on politics and all that. But with Trench, you can never do that because, you know, you Google the word Dima and, well, I don't even want to know what'll come up. But